Family, welcome to the continuation of the Disturbed journey. The album is Sickness. We're on track 3 called Stupify. Do me a favor if you wouldn't mind. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what part of the journey you're, itching for me to get to next. So we're going through the entire album, guaranteed. So far, it has been sickness after sickness after sickness, as the album promises. The first one was Voices, which is something like schizophrenia. You're hearing things and you're trying not to, fall into the temptation. And the second one seemed to be either about addiction or a lover's quarrel, where that lover is kind of put on a pedestal, this crazy love affair type of thing, or it could have been addiction. We kind of played with some ideas there. This song is called Stupify. Guys, let's check it out. Let's let him cook. They waste no time. Zero time is wasted. Let's go, buddy. Nothing waiting my whole life but just one rock. And all I needed was just one rock. And when you say that you don't give up, rock. I myself stupefied, I'm back again. All I wanted was just one rock. One tiny little innocent rock. And when I feel like I'm shit out of rock, I myself stupefied, I'm back again. Why do you like the end? Okay, so he's saying, I feel stupefied when I recognize that nobody cares. He's saying, I just want somebody to give a, right? Nobody cares. And when I find that I'm out of luck with respect to my desperate search for connection, I find myself stupefied. And stupefaction is when your tools of rationality just run out. You're not rational anymore. You become more like an animal, where your motor cortex is running instead of the frontal lobe. Remember, rationality is a slave of the passions, right? When you're not getting what you want from the rational angle, it ceases to be a functional tool. You're like, why use that? I'm just going to return to my kind of primate animal urge. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit, guys. He said, why do you mess around with my narrow scope on reality? Around with my narrow scope on reality. I can feel it all start slipping. I think I'm breaking down. Why do you want to mess around with my narrow scope of reality? Guys, the term cognitively limited has been around on this channel since its inception. A cognitively limited state is when you're enraged, where you're bored or you're stressed. These are common, cognitively limited states where you just have a very narrow scope of what you can decide to do in that moment. It seems like the only thing that you can do is like punch something or scream into the air, right? And he's saying, why would you mess with that? Why would you mess with me when I'm in that state? I can feel it all start slipping. I think I'm breaking down. Why do you not hang around with my narrow scope of reality? I can feel it all start slipping away. See, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think I can think it to another minute? I can stupefy. It's all the same as ain't living it, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? When he says maybe we can put it on credit, guys, that line is not just a line that rhymes. And I know that listen, I think that David is a lyricist. I mean, the way that he is rapping over a lot of these tracks, I really, really dig it. But when he says, maybe we can put it on credit, what does it mean? What is he saying to put it on credit? He's like, look, even if I don't deserve the grace, even if I don't deserve the attention, even if I don't deserve the connection, can you put it on credit? Can you give me the thing that I need to become who I need to be? This is what is always meant by forgiveness, right? To give before forgiveness, before I've earned it, right? I know I messed up, but can you help me out? Can you give me the attention that I need so that I can get to the place where I need to be? Can we put it on credit, even though I can't get there right now because I'm stupefied? That line is flame. The credit line is flame. That's lit. Guys, this album is crazy so far. Crazy.
All the people in the left wing, and all the people in the right wing, and all the...
I want to let you guys know something, all right? And this is going to be a slight critique for those of you who are Disturbed fans, but you know your man. I have to keep it a bean. It gives me Down with the Sickness vibes, right? If I say, come on, get down with the sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness. Get down with the sickness. Right? Very simple. Down with the sickness. Don't get down with the sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness. Open the book.
All the people in the left wing, and all the people in the right wing, and all the people in the underground, by myself, Stupify, coming back again.
Yeah.
All the people in the high rise, and all the people in the projects, and all the heads in the body.
See, listen. Nothing is lost. Don't forget about anything. He's saying all the people in the left wing, all the people in the right wing. I don't care if you're in the high rise. I don't care if you're on the street level. Get down with this song because you're all a part of it. We all experience stupefaction as a result of being ignored. It's important that he says that part because, right, so many people who are in this state feel like they're alone in it. And it's an important part of the song to say, hey, no matter where you are in life, if you're in the right wing, the left wing, the balcony, the mezzanine, everyone, you're not alone if you feel stupefied by isolation right now. Salute to him for that bar.
Everybody in the project.
Everybody in the barrio. Playing around with my narrow scope of reality.
Playing around with my narrow scope of reality. I can feel it all start slipping away. See, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think you can take it to another limit? I get stupid, it's all the same.
Look. If you ever do me wrong, family, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to put it on credit. I'm willing willing to see the best version of yourself. I'm willing to see you in light of the end of your aspiration. We'll put it on credit. And it's a brave thing to do. Salute. Stop, bro. I forgot David was a monster with the vocals. This is reminding me back to Sounds of Silence. He can do this with his voice. Let me hear that again, buddy. Oh yeah, that's fire. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's the craziest visuals I've ever seen. You know, what's disturbing is he's sitting here in a straitjacket now. Track 1 off this album was all about voices. It was kind of a schizophrenia thing. And then the second one was kind of about addiction, but maybe a lover's quarrel, maybe, stalker vibes, which is another form of sickness. And then this one is the isolation, which leads to actual madness.
Baby, now don't deny me. And darling, don't be afraid.
Ooh.
But I don't
Shout out to the little kid who, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whenever I see little kids just like, you know, be, you know, you know, shout out to the kid and the parents who allowed him to be in this video, you know, up there, Jesus on a cross style, looking like he's in very, very dire straits.
They rend my soul, I begin to stupefy. Look in my face, they rend my soul, I begin to stupefy. Look in my face, they rend my soul, I begin to stupefy. Look in my face.
And guys, I think that stupefaction is meant in the way, you know, a lot of times when we think of the word stupid, we think it's like a derogatory term, and it has been, you know, in Western common parlance, right? But I think that David means it in the same way it would have been used by Dietrich Bonhoeffer when he said that, you know, the Germans had gone stupid. It wasn't a derogative term. It was a term that meant the putting away of rationality as a useless tool. Right? To assume that that tool of rationality is useless because it hasn't afforded you what you were aiming for, right? It's like if I don't get connection, if nobody cares, I'm going to put that away and go back to my primal instinct. I'm going to stupefy.
They rend my soul. Look in my face, they rend my soul. Look in my face, they rend my soul. Look in my face, they rend my soul. Look in my face. Look in my face. Look in my face.
Bro, what are we talking about, bro? Am I going to a Disturbed concert? Probably not, because I'm scared.